Morrowind is an amazing alien fantasy land filled with bone armor wearing warriors, mushroom tower wizards, a furry slave trade, moon sugar addicts, a legal assassins guild, living gods, giant ticks for transport, insect eggs for meals, and floating jellyfish that wander around in groups. The sheer amount of creativity and uniqueness is simply the greatest I have ever experienced. Consider that all of this cool stuff is just packed onto the island of Vvardenfell in the middle. You see, Bethesda initially set out to do the entirety of Morrowind, but due to constraints they had to cut down and focus. But all those years ago, a group of modders at Tamriel Rebuilt have been pursuing the very, very ambitious task of picking up where Bethesda left off on the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. They have set out to complete the entirety of Morrowind, complete with quests, factions, new lore, and of course beautiful and diverse locations. Due to the size of the project and the fact they don't have an entire studio working full-time on it, it has taken some time, but what they have done is amazing. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Scott from FudgeMuppet, and today I just had to share with you one of the most expansive and ambitious mods that you can actually play right now. Let's face it, the Elder Scrolls 6 is years off, and in the meantime, for the Elder Scrolls fix, we end up looking to mods. For Skyrim, the most recent entry in the series, we have a bunch of exciting mods that we are looking forward to, including the updated and reworked versions of Morrowind and Oblivion called Skywind and Skyblivion, both of which I'm very keen to play, and there is also the Beyond Skyrim project, which endeavours to create various areas of Tamriel as they would be in the 4th era Skyrim period of time. The prime example of this at the moment is Beyond Skyrim Bruma, which is a very beautiful mod with great quests, lore and atmosphere, as well as a sensational soundtrack by Daniel Rand. Definitely give that a play if you haven't already, but for those of you who are absolutely in love with Morrowind's atmosphere and you've seen it all and you want more, look no further than Tamriel Rebuilt. It has more content, more things to see than you will ever know what to do with. At this current point in time, the entire eastern section is complete with quests and all. You can see the capital of House Telvanni, Port Telvannis, as well as many of their controlled areas on the mainland. But as you head further south on the peninsula, you end up in House Indoril territory, gorgeous buildings and towns, and even the city of the dead, Necrom, which is phenomenal. You simply have to experience this for yourself. Parts of the coast and bits of the mainland just across from Vvardenfell are fully complete, whereas other areas are just the physical placements of things. Though you really should do yourself a favour and just use FreeCam and explore some of the towns and places that have not been fully equipped with NPCs and quests yet, just to see the beauty of it. The capital city of Almalexia is enormous. It actually looks like a city where thousands of people live. While not complete yet, it is the kind of place that you could spend hours and hours of in-game just exploring. It has the same kind of feel that you would expect from the Imperial City if it were done justice. It's crazy how much detail goes into this project. You can just look at all the beautiful nature. It's not just ashlands. There are these bulbous baobab-looking trees, or kind of like a desert rose over these fields of golden grass. Interesting plants everywhere. And these curious new creatures, such as the Velk, which are part of the agriculture. There are even swamplands, valleys, rivers, and jungles. The environments get really diverse and it feels amazing. You can see the inspirations pulled from all different kinds of things. Some parts feel like a strange mix of Africa and China in terms of flora and environment. It really is fantastic. The world building they have pulled off is truly incredible. Everything feels like a living, breathing world that exists without you. It all captures the same theme and atmosphere of Vvardenfell, but while making it fresh. It almost feels as if the mainland was always intended to be there, as it is in Tamriel Rebuilt. Ultimately, what I think helped these guys pull off such an amazing job, a job that is still underway, mind you, is their principles. I would direct you to their website www.tamriel-rebuilt.org, where you can learn all about the project and keep up to date with the progress. You can also read tons of lore that they have been creating, and you can even join the project, either writing, drawing concept art, and also the building of the physical game world, all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested and have skills to share, please do check out the join section. But, like I was saying about their principles, I will read you little snippets from their About Lore page on their site to give you an idea of what they are about. The Elder Scrolls games, and with them the lore, have moved on in multiple directions, and Tamriel Rebuilt / Project Tamriel moved in their own unique direction as well. We mostly focus on the lore created by the developer teams that created Battlespire, Redguard and Morrowind, those who participated in the forum RPs and wrote what the Imperial Library lovingly calls obscure texts. We codified our development from the basis in 5 principles and 3 sub-principles of lore. 1. Principle of alienity. What is boring and mundane is wrong. What is interesting and alien is right. Though alien in excess is mundane. Principle of interpretation. Lore is nothing but interpretation. Lore is 90% of the reader's interpretation, the remainder is the interpretation of the author. 3. Principle of contradiction. Contradiction is not invalidation, and in a way is confirmation. 4. Principle of mythopoeia. Belief makes truth. 5. Principle of inception. Every book has an author, but that author has one as well. With these principles, you can see how the project is bound to get the tone and theme of Elder Scrolls III Morrowind right. And for lovers of the more alien and abstract lore of old, you will love to hear this next bit. Starting with Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls games have de-emphasized politics and religion in favor of epic struggles. Their focus are on individual characters, either paupers or princes. Tamriel Rebuilt, in contrast, focuses on the middle managers and the macro politics. A lot of lore was developed both in-game and out-of-game to explain the differences between the First Pocket Guide and the settings in Oblivion and Skyrim. Most well known is the Many-Headed Talos, which was posted by Michael Kirkbride in the Bethesda lore forums shortly after the release of Oblivion, and tried to reconcile the description of Cyrodiil in the First Pocket Guide and Morrowind's dialogue with the pastoral landscapes of Oblivion. It was made official as part of Heimski's preaching in Skyrim's Whiterun. This lore does not apply to Tamriel Rebuilt / Project Tamriel. We built our mods on the older lore, and our Tamriel looks wildly different. The 1008 Nibonese cults still exist, as do the Nordic totemic tradition and their old gods. Cyrodiil is still largely a jungle where few elves go, and Skyrim an icy wasteland, littered with Dureni ruins near the Reach in the west, and Dwemer ruins among the Velothi Mountains in the east. The list goes on, and you can have a read for yourself, but to me personally, the First Pocket Guide to the Empire and the version of Tamriel that is unique, a Cyrodiilic jungle, Skyrim an icy wasteland where barbarians can shout down fortress gates with their voice, it's very compelling to me, and I just love it. While I also love Oblivion and Skyrim, and to be honest, ESO has even done a good bit of lore that I enjoy, but like what was said, the games have diverged, gone in different directions. But this is why the Tamriel Rebuilt project is so appealing to me, because it's an expansion on the world of Morrowind, with Tamriel as it is described at that time. The project also encompasses other projects that come under the Tamriel Rebuilt umbrella, including creating areas such as Skyrim, Cyrodiil and others, but as they are described at the time of Elder Scrolls III Morrowind. I have spent literal hours just combing over all their pages, reading lore, looking at concept art. It honestly just makes me fall in love with Morrowind again and again. It's just such a realized vision, and I love it. It's so powerful too that this is a project created by fans of Morrowind, and it bleeds into the ideas of headcanon, coda, the unreliable narrator, and the Elder Scrolls themselves. If you've been checking out some of our Elder Scrolls lore vids recently on the more esoteric subjects like Dagoth Ur, the Tribunal, the Godhead, Kim, and the Complete Guide to Religion, you would find that a lot of Elder Scrolls core lore created at this time supports and encourages this kind of thing through Kalpas and Dragon Breaks and all other kinds of internal reasoning for different interpretations of lore within the games. It is truly what makes Elder Scrolls so fascinating and so damn special to us and so many of you guys. Overall, the point of this video is to bring to your attention this amazing project, this realization of Morrowind. Please check out their website, watch some vids, read their blog posts and about sections, and I guarantee you will only be more interested. And if you have skills, do consider joining the project. The link to their website is down below in the description, along with social media links for us, particularly Twitter, which is our go-to platform for easy communication with you guys. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Like the video if you enjoyed learning about Tamriel Rebuilt, and definitely give it a like if you enjoy their work. I've been so engrossed in this world recently, and I think you guys will love it. And this mod simply has far less attention than it deserves. It really is fantastic. Thanks again for watching, guys. My name is Scott from FudgeMuppet. This was Tamriel Rebuilt, the amazing mainland Morrowind mod. Let me know how your exploration of this divine world goes, and I'll be back to nerd out with you again next time.